And welcome to my CS50 project to Commerce Pset. I just want to show that my project meets the specifications. So the first specification says that we should have at least 4 models, and here I have at least 3 models, and here I have 4. The next specification says that users should be able to create a listing, and I'm just going to create a listing here, and I'm just going to put a okay, let's say this is a no image listing, and I'm going to put the starting bid at 0, and I'm going to show that these other 2 are optional, so I'm not going to put anything there. And this gives me a listing with a default image, no image listing. Next specification says that you can click on active listings, and this is the active listings. It shows you all the listings that are active. It says that each listing should show the title, the price, the description, and an image if needed. Okay. The next is on the listing page. So by clicking on a listing, I'm going to click on this one, and it says when you click on the listing page, if the user is signed in, the user should be able to add the item to the watch list. So I'm going to add this item to my watch list. And my watch list has just increased by 1 because I had an item in my watch list before. It says if the user is signed in, the user should be able to bid on the item. So I'm just going to bid, and to try that, I'll first of all bid with an amount that is not greater than the current amount, and it gives me an error that the bid price must be higher than the current price. Now I'm going to try and bid with an amount that is higher, and yeah, it does say bid added successfully, and that reflects in the top bid. If the user is signed in and is the one who created the listing, the user should have the ability to close the auction. So I'm just going to check the listing which I just created to see if I can close it, and yes, I can close the listing. It says, and if I close the listing, I can open it as well. Okay, so it says if a user is signed in on a closed listing page and the user has won the auction, so I'm just going to place a bid here to win this auction. So I'm going to give it a $5 bid, and then when I close the listing, it does tell me that I have won this auction. Okay, it says users who are signed in should be able to add comments to the listing page. The listing page should display all comments that have been made on the listing. I can add a comment here and say this is a closed bid, and yeah, the comment does appear there. Watch list. So I'm going to click on my watch list to see. Yeah, so these are the items that have been added to my watch list. So if I were to click on this and remove it from my watch list is now just 1 item, and this is the only item on my watch list. So categories, I should click on the category and see the 2 categories, and if I click on toys, it shows me all the listings that were listed as toys when added. And lastly, administrator. So I can just come here and click on admin. Type admin, I mean, and what? Sorry. Admin. Yeah, and then I can just log in with my username and password, and I should be able to delete listings. For example, the listing which I just created, no image listing, I should be able to delete it. Yep. And so all of this works because when I go back to the home page, to the default route, I should not see that listing anymore. So thank you.